The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Green Bay Packers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 25 yards the pick up there, and also a 1st down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How are they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
They bring a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Well, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line. Lawrence will throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And he rifles one incomplete. The Jaguars at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now Lawrence. And he will find his man on the outside. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals are opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, it's time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. These two teams all tied after 1. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Jones. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Now Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On second and goal, Rodgers to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Throwing is Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On play action, Lawrence. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence airing it out, looking for Ridley. They've got his man complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. A give running right, ETN. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On first down, Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking deep downfield. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. 40 yards. And the Packers have moved out in front. The fly route works for the TD ground.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a first and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They go play action with Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On first and 10, it's Etienne. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. And they'll run with Etienne. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. One more time with Etienne. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Travis Etienne with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Packers. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
On first down, right back to ETN. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Hey, let's go.
From the 44, Lawrence finds his tight end Ingram. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Hey, rock it.
From midfield now, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he is going to have a Jags first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. The 20. 5. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Brought down that time by Quay Walker.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's Lawrence. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, exit.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know how you put those big cans down on the sideline and then angled for them and shot for them? Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Lawrence from his end zone. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety.
Well, it's pretty evident that that's not the way you want to try and establish momentum ahead of a possible 4th-quarter comeback, because you needed points there, at least something to build on for your next series. That was neither. Instead, it's a huge play for a defense that now has no doubt it can finish this game off.
And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after about as long a play as humanly possible without scoring, here's 1st and goal. Etienne is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
Big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quay Walker. And he's into the clear.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner, pound away, and try and finish off a game.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He finds his receiver, Watson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We're seeing so far as the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
This take it in at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. To throw on 2nd and 10, Lawrence. And this one is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Lawrence to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s Oh, yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Hey, Haywood! Hey.
Lawrence will try again after the pick six. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Lawrence. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Play action. It's Lawrence. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Packers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost that they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Rodgers looking to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind them?
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Off the option, it's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Green Bay, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they dip to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.